The Carhart house perched in all its lovely splendor on the edge of the man-made canyon. Two lanky boys on ladders scraped paint off the front of it. They stopped working to watch me approach the porch, their up-to-no-good grins wide. Had they heard the rumor about me? I couldn't be that notorious, could I? "Hey, aren't you Spooky Parker, the ghost realtor?" the ganglier of the two asked from the top of his ladder. The others snickered and stared. I guess they'd heard. I shoved them both off their ladders. In my diabolical dreams. In reality, I ignored them and knocked on the front door. Millie answered before I finished with my fourth rap. Her frizzy hair framed her owl eyes, her black cardigan matching her wool skirt. Seriously, did this woman have any warm blood flowing through her veins? It hovered near 90 degrees today with blue skies and sunshine all around. The top of my head had been baked twice already. "Hi, Millie. I'm here to—"
"Hurry, before the flies get in."
She grabbed my arm and yanked me over the threshold into the 10 degrees cooler house. I was unaware that we had such a big fly problem in the hills. She slammed the door behind me, throwing all 3 deadbolts. Wanda waited just inside the kitchen archway, her red gingham replaced with cornflower blue today. She shrank into the shadows when I smiled at her. All seemed par for the course here in Murderville, USA.
"Do you have the listing agreement?"
Millie asked, ushering me into the sitting room. The thick velvet curtains were drawn, turning afternoon into early evening. "It's in my bag." I took a seat on the soft leather sofa. The house still smelled of vanilla, making me crave Aunt Zoe's homemade vanilla wafers. Spirited Mexican music trickled down the stairwell. One or both women seemed to have some kind of a hankering for a fiesta. As I pulled the listing agreement and pen from my tote, I glanced over at the sideboard, looking for the picture of the happy couple, and did a double take. The picture frame remained, but half of the picture was missing, the Carhart oaf half. The raven-haired beauty still sat in the frame. I turned away, peeking at Millie and Wanda under my lashes to see if they'd observed me gawking, but both seemed distracted. Millie watched the door, chewing on her nails. Wanda stared at something over in the corner, just as she had the last time I'd visited. Smoothing out the listing agreement, I decided to hurry up and procure Wanda's signature and get the hell out of Dodge. There was something about those 2 women that made me feel like I was walking around in a tilted room with the furniture stuck to the ceiling. "Okay, Wanda," I addressed the silent partner, since her name was on the deed. "Read through this while I'm here and let me know if you have any questions. I've included the increased percentage rate we agreed to during my last visit." I held out the listing agreement for Wanda, but Millie snatched it from my hand.
"I'll read it."
Millie scanned the document. Wanda spared her daughter a glance, then focused back on the corner, her lips tight. There was no easy way to do it, but I had to ask. "Millie, is your mother able to sign the listing agreement?" Millie didn't look up.
"What do you mean?"
"Is she of sound body and—" I shifted, smoothed an invisible wrinkle on my pink paisley skirt. "Mind?"
"Uh-huh."
Well, that had less impact than I'd figured. "So, you don't have a power of attorney?" Her owl glasses remained glued to the listing agreement.
"She wouldn't sign one."
Wanda wasn't quite as gone as she appeared. Interesting. Could have fooled me.
"This seems right to me."
Millie placed the listing agreement on Wanda's lap.
"Sign it, Mother."
The front doorknob rattled, then the deadbolts clicked, one by one.
"Lila,"
Millie whispered, and jumped to her feet as the door swung wide. Catcalls and whistles followed a dark-haired beauty in through the front door, the same beauty whose picture sat solo on the sideboard. Smiling like the happiest girl in the whole USA, Junior Carhart's fiancée shut the door and leaned against it. Her smile clouded over and her eyes narrowed when she noticed me. "Who are you?"